y'all, it's me again, the Rock Doctor, coming at you live with another installment of how to end a lick on the right note. Oh yeah, that's the biggest problem facing most of my intermediate rock guitar students. They know a couple of licks but don't know what the F to do with them, so they crash and burn on the runway. So, here's what I've got today. I've got one of my backing tracks. This is my E minor cycle, I call it. There's basically 6 chords in it that cycle through the key of E minor. And here, let me show you my dry erase board. Look, I've got 2 measures of E minor. I've got 2 measures of A minor, 2 measures of D, 2 measures of G, 2 measures of C, and 2 measures of B minor. And what's going to happen is for every 2 measures, I'm going to play one of my licks, and I'm going to end it, for now, on the chord tone, the root note of whatever the chord is. So the first one's going to end on E. The second time around, I'm going to end on A. Third time around, D, and so forth. You get my drift. So we're going to end all of these licks on chord tones. So, now, let me fire the backing track up. I'll include the link to the backing track so you can try this yourself. First, let me just play along with it chord-wise. It's very simple. It's nothing fancy at all here. E minor, 2 measures. A minor, 2 measures. D, 2 measures. Lick 3s. G, 2 measures. Now, see? B minor. So there's the chord pattern. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my 4 essential licks again, and I'm just going to play one lick through all the chords. Why? So you can practice thinking about how to end the lick on the right note, on a chord tone. So nobody plays a solo like that, but you're training yourself here to think about what the chords are. You have to be aware of the chords, what chord you're playing over at the moment. And when you want to end that note, or end that lick, you've got to end it on a chord tone. So in this exercise, we're ending on the root note of whatever the chord is, okay? So I'm going to fire it up again, and I'm going to start with essential lick number 1. And if you don't know what that is, in my world, essential lick number 1 is just this. Oh, and we're in, I'm using E pentatonic in the home position up in the 12th fret area. This guy. Essential lick number 1 is really just the B string, the 15th fret, the high note of the shape, bent up, a whole step bent. But I'm going to do a few things to it. I'm going to mold it a little bit to make it, a little more melodic to fit the chords as they go by. But again, every time I play the lick, it's going to end on the chord tone of the chord underneath. So I'm following that cycle. So you've got to be aware of your chords or you're in trouble. All right, let me fire it up again. Okay, here we go. So essential lick 1 ending on E. Now ending on A. D. Now I'm going to end on G. Now C. Then B. Now let me run it again. And this time I'm going to use essential lick, what I call number 2, which is this guy. And again, I'm going to end it each time on the root note of the chord. And again, why are we doing this? So you realize that you can get a lot of mileage out of just a handful of licks. You don't need 1,000 licks. You can turn every lick into something that fits the chords in the key you're in. Any lick will work as long as you know how to end it. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to fire it up again. And this time I'm going to go through the cycle with essential lick number 2. Here we go. Now I'm going to end on A. Now I'm going to find a D. G. C. know me. All right, let's do it again. This time I'm going to use essential lick number 3, which is this guy. I call it the 2 frets back move. So what you do to utilize this lick is you find the home scale pentatonic. In this case, in the 12th position, find the E note on the low E string and move back 2 frets to the D note. And here's your lick. There's the lick. But again, every time I play the lick, I'm going to end it on the root note of the chord that's underneath. All right, here it goes again. E note for the E chord. A note for the A chord. D note for the D chord. C note for the G chord. C note for the C chord. B note for the B chord. I'm going to now do the same thing again with essential lick number 4, which again is in the same position. It's this guy, check it out. It starts on the G string. Let me just play it. And again, all these licks are 2 measure phrases. I didn't count through all that stuff, but just take it from me. They're all 2 measures long. Here, I'll count this one. Listen. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Every one of these licks was 2 measures long. That's important to know as well. All right, let me fire it up again. Here we go. D. A. D. G. C is next. Finally B. Now, you can do this with any lick, as long as you know what key you're in, and you know what the chords are, and you know how long your lick lasts. Most licks are either 2 measures long or 1 measure long. It's a pretty good exercise. Once you get a handle on this, of course, then the next step would be to try to intersperse your licks so you're not playing the same lick over every chord. That's pretty silly, but it's a great way to study and learn how to mold that lick to fit the chords underneath. So that's, I have my students doing this all the time, and eventually they stop crashing and burning because you really know what you're playing over, and eventually you can just turn off your brain and just go by sound because all that becomes intuitive. So there you go, ending a lick on the right note and getting some mileage out of one lick because you know how to end it on the right note. That's what it's all about, baby. All right, it's me, the Rock Doctor. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, order me a pizza, and if you know a hot chick bass player, give her my number, please. Thank you. All right, I'm out of here. Bye.